A real treat this morning and the guests that we have with us. Let me introduce them, and then I'll let you hear from them. We were just a brand new church whenever Brother Rodolfo Olesio contacted me. I don't even remember how it happened. He contacted me. He's from the Philippines, and he was in America, and he was raising some money for some of the churches that they were starting at the time. I took him to dinner, and we talked for a little bit. And we ended up taking his family on for support, and we've been supporting their family for probably about 10 years now. And during that time, they've started 10 churches in the Philippines, and he'll send pictures. Their missionary letter is on the back wall, and they'll send pictures of people getting baptized on a regular basis that are getting saved, and they're making decisions for Christ in the Philippines. They've come back to the United States. And they're raising some money for his son, Marvin, who you'll meet in just a moment, support for them as he is becoming a pastor of one of the churches that they have started there. Marvin's got an amazing story. Do you tell any about your story in your video? Okay, I will just catch you up real quick. When Marvin was 15, they were doing some work, and he came across a high voltage line that nearly killed him. And he said he woke up, he was in the hospital, and he thought he was going to lose his left leg. He said he prayed, and God did a miracle, saved that leg for him. They were getting ready to amputate it. God had different plans. He is now, he's married, and they've got a little baby, Nathan, and I'll give you a chance to meet them here in just a moment. Well, God spared his life, and now he is working in the ministry with his father, and being able to help reach many of the people in the Philippines. Brother Marvin, why don't you come on up here? I'll introduce you first, and I want you to be able to tell us about your video. And then, can you come on all the way up? One of the effects of the accident that he had was nerve damage in his left foot. So you notice that as I think that's a testimony of God's grace, though. Still. As he saved your life and allowed you to be able to serve. Why don't you introduce your video? Tell us just a little bit about yourself, and then we'll watch your video. Okay.
Good morning. Thank you, Pastor Reyes and New Heights Baptist Church, for this opportunity that you gave us to be with you this morning and have a great fellowship. I am amazed how God blessed you with this huge building. And you are blessed with having a pastor like Pastor Reyes. I got saved when I was 7 years old. I thank God that He used my father to introduce me to the gospel of Christ. And I surrendered my life to Him when I was 15, back when I was in the hospital that Pastor Reyes already told that. And from the time from the hospital, the Lord used me to do the ministerial works like assistant pastor and junior pastor. And now God is using me to pastor a work at Irisan. It's the largest village of Baguio. And please have time or allow me to show the video for you to have a picture on what we are doing in the Philippines. It's my family, my wife Jessica, and our son Nathan. He's a 13-month-old. And this is the aerial view of Irisan. It's not the whole Irisan, it's part of Irisan, and it is where the mission house is located. We are renting the basement of this greenhouse. It's a former storage room. We just clean it up for us to have a worship service. And from there, we start our work at UP, Marvel, and Irisan, or in housing. Please continue. Please pray for us as we reach people from these different areas. And this is our prayer, that God would open us doors in Balinbun area, And we are so thankful that our brethren started to share the gospel in April, and they continue to do the work. And this is the interior view of our mission house. It's not fully furnished, but we are still thankful that we have a place to worship. What we are doing is we reach the children and young people first, then we reach their parents, because Catholic Church is still dominant in that place. So our old brethren there, or old people there, have the notion that I already have my religion, so I don't want to go to your church. So what we are doing is that we start to their kids, young people, and we use their sons and daughters to reach them. And our young people who are helping together to continue the work while we are here in the U.S., my brother-in-law Gerald and my brother Jael. And this is what we do. We spent 1 hour, 1 to 1.5 hour in area teaching kids, doing Bible studies and sharing the gospel. And from that, we go to another area. And also we use this VBS to teach our children and invite the unchurched children for them to hear the gospel. And on their graduation, we invite their parents in just the time that we preach to them the gospel of Christ. And we are so thankful that there are kids that are now going in our church, attending our services. And of course, we have Bible studies. We are pushing more, praying for more houses to open their doors for Bible studies. And also we use this basketball fellowship to invite the attention of our young people. What we are doing is we invite them, and after their game, we preach to them the gospel of Christ. And we are so glad that some of them are now joining the church and being involved in the ministry. And I'm so thankful for these young people who followed Christ in the waters of baptism. They are now my co-laborers in sharing the gospel and doing the God's ministry in our area. They are now my soul winning team. Please pray for these young people that they would continue to help me in reaching more people. And of course, we have fellowship. And in the Philippines, fellowship is not complete without food. We love food. So that's what we are doing in the Philippines. Please consider us in your prayers, and if possible, if you could also include us in monthly support, that would be a big help. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brother Marvin. I appreciate that. It's so neat to see the pictures there of what is happening. Brother Olesio, it's so exciting to see your son and him continuing the work that you started there. Brother Marvin, thank you for sharing that with us. I want you to hear what Brother Rodolfo has to say now. So Brother Rodolfo, if you would come, he's got a video he's going to show, and then he's going to preach for us as well. Okay? Thank you, Brother Olesio.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Good morning. I'm glad to be back here again and give report. And thanks for giving us a good hotel. And thanks for giving your preacher give us some cash for our food and for our gas. And also, I'm so glad that I have a kababayan here. Kababayan is my fellow Filipino. Where are they? Oh yeah, they are from Davao. They are from the south, and we are from the north in the city of Baguio. And I'm so glad that you are here. So this morning I want to give report. Okay, so our ministry was started back in 1995. And when you go to the Philippines, you land to Manila and go north, 6 hours drive. And this is a Kennon Road that will take you to the city. This is the city that on the top of the mountain. That's my family back in 1995. And then those are our kids. We love kids. That's why God gave me 7 kids. Okay, these are our soul winners. They go up to the mountain, walking, knocking on doors, sharing the gospel. These 2 young ladies here carrying their washing machine. And we have also Bible studies, home Bible studies. And this family are now joining our church. And we have also campus ministries. We go to the school and preach the gospel. And these are the fruit high schoolers that are now joining our church. And we have also choir. We have also baptism. I gave them lecture before I baptized them. And this is the wife of the missionary that reached us, Faye Woods. She visited us. And we have also kids care. And this is their graduation. And this is what we do. We are in the mountain, so we need to level it before we put our building. Our building is not yet finished, but I thank the Lord. So that's our present building right now. We are in the cliff. So these are the churches that we started since 2003. Ambyong. And that's our preacher back in 2003. And that's now our preacher. They have a building. And then second work we started 2004 was Tublay. These are the Ibaloy tribe. And that's our preacher. And the third one was Kalinga in 2005. And that's the bus that they are riding going to Kalinga. And that's the building that we are renting. And that's the preacher that got killed on a motorbike accident. And that's his wife. And that's the young preacher that we sent after his graduation in the Bible school. And the next one was Tinok Ifugao. These are the Kalangoya tribe. And that's our preacher. And this is where I spent the support that you are sending to us, supporting these preachers that we started. And we also bought him a motorbike to use in this ministry. And Balakbak also was started in 2007. And that's our preacher. And you know, these preachers were just 12 years old when I meet them. But after 10 years, they are now our preachers. And this is the mission work that was started in 2008. The preacher that we sent here destroyed the work. But I thank the Lord when I sent Marvin, God used him to restore the work. And also Masbate was started in this, the farthest work we started. We are from the north and Masbate is down south. It's an island. And that's our preacher. And also Talinguri was started, this work that we started on top of the mountain, and that's our preacher after his graduation and the Bible school. So you see, this is the way going to church, you need to walk. And we don't have building this time yet, so we use tent. And also San Pascual was started. And that's our preacher. This is also a remote area that you need also to walk, and that's our preacher riding on a motorbike, because it's only motorbike that we reach this place. And we don't have a building here, so we just use shanties for teaching kids and also gathering our people. It's just a shanty. But we thank the Lord. There are people that God saved, and these are the villagers' livelihood in this area. And also the last one we started last year, 2015, was Tuba, and that's our preacher. And that's his family. And we just gathered them in this small building. And this year, 2016, they just celebrated their first anniversary as a mission. So this time, I want you to continue to pray for our ministry. I have two major prayer requests. Number one is more churches to be planted. And these are the example of the fields that needs to be reached. It's mountains, but there are a lot of people out there that haven't heard the gospel yet. And we have also Sleeping Beauty. That's a mountain. It needs somebody to go and wake him up. And these are the young Bible students. Please pray for them that they will not quit. And also, second prayer major request is I am praying for a piece of land that to be purchased just beside of our building. It's a vacant lot, and we are praying that God will give us this to put a covered court that we will use for our young people. Just like the program of my son, it's so effective. If you can just invite young people to come to church, they will not come. But if you invite them to play basketball, they will come. But before we allow them to play, we preach them the gospel, and it's so effective. So please pray for us, because we don't have any basketball we need to hire, so we need to transport them. We need to hire a jeep, and it's so expensive. But if God will give us our own land to put our own basketball court, it will be more effective. So please pray for us.